Yeah, but it's all going good so far. One of those things, we got sponsored. Thank you very much, World's Edge. But we do have an option to donate directly to the prize pool at this point. We are trying to make this an S-tier event. If you follow the link in the chat, we've got a Matcherino set up. You can donate there. If we're able to break that $20,000 mark, I do believe we meet all the qualifications for an S-tier tournament. So please, feel free to hit that up.
Yeah. If you are able and you want to support us, come do it. You can also support us in another way because we have this nice merch. We have hoodies and we have shirts that you can still order, and that goes to the pool as well. And I do think if you're fast and if you message me on Discord, I can also maybe facilitate shipping to the EU over my personal baggage.
Yeah, maybe a little upcharge on that. I don't know. Cheaper than at least mailing it out.
Yeah.
We are settling in for the first match of the series here. We are going to the Rockies, kicking it off. Coastal Cliffs / the Rockies.
We did not make them do that, guys.
Yeah, yeah. It is not mandatory to have every series played on the Rockies, but we are here in Denver, and that is where we're going for the first map.
Right. As differences go to the first series, we've got front range this time instead of marshes, and we've got the Pigeon's View, the better version of High View, I'll say, even though New High View is quite decent as well. But yeah, look at this draft and tell me who won. Just say left or right, because we don't know who's who.
Yeah, well, taking a look at this, it does seem that I'd say the left side is looking a little stronger.
Yeah, Japan first pick. We've got sushi prepared. Byzantine and Mali. I mean, Mali I'd usually not put in super early pick. I would put that in the second round of draft after the first ban. But, you know, this time around. And of course, we've got China and Lancaster immediately out of the way in the Rus ban after.
Yeah, none of that happening in this series. Yeah, interesting. It's great to see Magic back here. I know he was out there doing his thing with AOM, placing pretty high. I think a lot of top 3 finishes in the latest AOM tournaments. Good to see him back here in AoE 4. I know he came in, dropped in, played in the qualifiers, took a 3-2 over Myriad to secure his spot, and he's been practicing with PuppyPaw and Wham and a lot of other folks. And here he is going to compete today.
2 days ago, grabbing food, Myriad was just picking Wham's brain about how Magic plays for like half an hour straight.
Yeah, out of all the people here, he is kind of the most mysterious. I mean, he's been off doing well in another game. Not a lot of time to, review those replays from EGC or other top-tier tournaments.
Yeah, I do know that Puppy and Wham both are the practice partners of Magic. I also happen to know the scores that they usually go up to, so Puppy is definitely our favorite in this matchup. But keep in mind, folks, Magic has been out of the AoE 4 scene for almost a year after AOM release, and has not been shown in any of the EGC majors that we had. So he's kind of the dark horse here, and we don't know what he'll bring out of the bag. We do know that he has French in this matchup against HRE. It is a decent matchup for French on a map that is a little bit constrained, like the Rockies here. I'll say the HRE infantry has an easier time keeping up. And I do know that several pro players mentioned that if you play French on this map, you have to be very aggressive and you have to secure the deer for yourself.
Yeah, with just like 33% of the map missing. That's a lot less for the HRE infantry to travel across. And yeah, because you've got that natural land wall in there, it's easier to wall up, defend a little easier against those early French knight aggressions.
Yeah, we'll see if the map actually outweighs the advantage that French usually has over HRE. It is not by a large amount, but yeah, we'll see. The thing is, if French gets pushed off of the food, then they will have a hard time coming back. And HRE has a little bit of a safety net with the better economy through Inspire.
Yeah, absolutely. It is going to be a game of French securing that map control here on the Rockies. I'm excited to see Magic play. I'm pumped. Just waiting for the kickoff. Just about time.
Do we have an ETA for our game, folks? Okay, I guess that means 2. Cow's just about down there and not looking at anything. And
Just looking over his shoulder, seeing what's up.
I'm just assuming he's fixing his overlay.
Well, the real fun thing about being out here is I get to stand next to you. I've casted with you for like 2 years, 2.5 years.
2.5.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's such a treat to be here in person, to see you, stand literally right next to you, go through a series. Just like it was last year, meeting Soccerton, Dabston, all the other guys that I've casted with.
If you're close to Denver, folks, and you want to stop by, we're still selling tickets. But yeah, it's a great old time. There's a whole bunch of people here already, and yeah, everyone's super friendly.
Yeah, and there's tons of stuff to do. We got, say, like 40 PCs set up in between matches. There are people on there playing AoE, playing team games while we get set up.
Oh, I kind of wish we had time for a team game, honestly.
Well, I've got a couple more series. I think you're off after this one, so we can pencil in some time later on today.
And Magic has gone off.
This is not the strat I was expecting. I knew we were looking for something a little unconventional, but disappearing.
Well, we don't know what he's doing right now, so it might be unconventional. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the stage back there. Cow, do we have a full camera view of the entire room?
Yeah. Take a look. We got the King of the Rockies logos right across the front. Nice little improvement from last year. We got the 2 players pulled out right at the front of the stage. If you're sitting in that front row, you're right there. You got monitors.
What you can't see right now is the 4 people standing off to the left.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're just moments away from getting into the second series.
Oh yeah.
Puppy versus Magic.
Shout out also to local hosts who are really accommodating to us here and giving us this nice setup. Magic is back, so we are about to hop into our first map. Players are getting ready. It is going to be French versus HRE on Rockies, and we'll see what they've got cooking for us. Bill?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Make your prediction now.
I mean, I think you got to go Puppy. As much as,
how
where it's...
I'll second that.
Yeah. Day one, the first series of matches, a little more favored to one player than the other. But I'd love to see an upset here. Really, out of any of the 4 series, love to see an upset in any one of them.
Yeah, I'm still very interested. I mean, I don't actually know a whole lot of... I haven't seen Magic play outside of a few games that I just spectated to practice for this tournament a little bit. And he played very meta in general. But,
okay.
I didn't see any unusual strats. He played clean, he played meta. He didn't play quite on Puppy's level. We'll see if he can manage that today.
Yeah, or maybe he was hiding them from you, saving those secret strats.
Players do that
for the game. Yeah,
they have secret practice partners. Mm-hmm. They hide all of their matches.
Mm-hmm. Could be the case here. All-time head-to-head. League Classic 1 and 2. Man.
Come on, it's
been a while.
It's 4 matches. It's not statistically significant.
Yeah. Lost small numbers there. Always a chance. You can see Magic take a game or 2. Could go the distance.
Yeah, Myriad is waiting in the lower bracket. Give me a thought about Myriad against Puppy, and then about Myriad against Magic.
So Myriad against Puppy, I mean,
we just saw that. Wait, no. That was the other.
That was the other brother. That's the thing with twins.
Honestly, Cow sent me a graphic earlier to get ready for the stream, and it was a picture of Puppy, and I was like, yeah, this is Wham. I'm just going to name it. Why is this picture called Puppy?
Well, I think if, the upset does happen and PuppyPaw drops to the lower bracket, I think, he's got to pretty decent shot, I'd say, against Myriad. But to me, the more interesting thing is if PuppyPaw does take the win here. I know Magic and Myriad, their series in the qualifier went full 5 games. So we're going to be in for a good set if that is the case.
I've actually casted that game. It was 2-0 for Myriad. He looked strong. He looked unstoppable. And then Magic just cleaned him up. 3 games in a row, no problem.
I feel like Myriad got hit with a couple reverse sweeps in the qualifier.
Yes, he did. It was heartbreaking. But he's here.
Yeah. He's out here. Just saw him in that first set. We'll see him later on, as we are playing double elimination in this tournament. All of the rounds, best of 5s, and then our grand final is going to be a best of 9. That is on Sunday. We're going all weekend. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, schedule is out there for everyone to see. If you can look in our Discord. The times are, of course, estimates, but we managed to hit it pretty well today with just a little bit of a delay. Sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah, but we're on pace for our current schedule.
This is the most professional setup we've ever had. This is just beautiful.
And it grows year after year. I remember last year we were sitting at a little fold-out table with like a cloth draped over the front and trying to get the lighting set up, trying to get the cameras, and production was on one side. The casters had to like look over, see what was going on. But now we got this lovely desk. I can look right over Cow's shoulder, see where we're at. It's all good.
I do see our observer is loading into the game now, so we'll be swapping over in a second. Puppy versus Magic, everyone. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on, Cow. Give us a game. We can't be keep talking about it. Please, put us in.
It's great to hear you yell at Cow live in person. Like, I've seen you in Twitch chat and Discord, like, giving Cow crap.
Hey, I'm sharing a room with Cow. That is not what I meant when I said give us a game. Quite honestly, that is not what I thought would happen. Okay, here we are, folks. We are back on Rockies. We've got Magic in the southeastern spawn, and we've got Puppy in the northwest.
Yeah, taking a look at how the wood is spawned in, taking a look at the initial base layouts. That is a very far back gold.
Yeah, that's a nice gold for HRE here. Meanwhile, French with the front gold, and Puppy, you think he's gonna do some aggression in Dark Age, as HRE could potentially whip out to deny that gold?
Actually, I think we got the colors mixed up for a second. That's the HRE's gold that's up in front. See the color correction coming in. French in the back. So a little more exposed gold for the HRE.
There we go.
A lot of resources for the HRE are either forward or further away from the base there. You can see the berries up and off to the side, the stone way out in no man's land, and that deer pack also up and to the front.
It's a blessing and a curse. You know where to focus your attention, you know what you need to defend, but if you lose it, well...
Where are you going to go? Yeah, that is the question. A lot of deer we can see on the west side of the map here. French have a pretty good deer spawn there. Near that gold, the boars in the same area.
Honestly, I really like this French spawn for Magic.
Yeah.
He's a happy camper right now. Puppy, though, with the forward resources and knowing that French really wants to be aggressive in this matchup, not going to be as confident, I don't think, but it is, once again, a Puppy favorite matchup. How are we looking for sheep? Puppy bringing home, that is 6 of them. So, looks somewhat even. I do hope that Magic dropped off once before. Otherwise, he might be in a little bit of trouble. Yeah,
all right, 9 at home, 2 following the scout. Aachen Chapel on the way now for Puppy, and we should be seeing age up from the French actually very soon.
You know, I was not expecting the Aachen, but on this map, you can make an argument for it. Because, you know, it is basically a fallback net for you that you can slowly add in farms under. Because the food will eventually run out on the map. It is highly contested. And French has no such safety net.
No. They got safe berries in the back, but, you know, that's it. Here to the front. Or to the front. The Aachen is underway. School of Cav coming up as well.
And we've got an early mill for Puppy over on the berries, which probably means we get the wheelbarrow very, very fast. Same for Magic, it's just classic French. The mill is up. He would have enough for the wheelbarrow. Is he gonna get it immediately, or is he gonna immediately go for the Pro Scouts? Yeah, Pro Scouts it will be.
All right. There it is. And just taking a look at all those resources in the front for the HRE. All the targets that Magic is going to have.
You know what, when I'm looking at this, actually, is Puppy also going Pro Scouting? Because he's banking up a lot of gold there. Doesn't have the wood right now to do that, yeah, but he has the Aachen on the wood, so that's not going to be an issue for very long. Yep. His timing will be slightly worse, but you can definitely do that as HRE. It's very effective under the Aachen. It is just slower than French.
Right. They'll be able to get out on the map, able to secure more, but then HRE do have that boost, bringing all those deer right back to the Aachen Chapel.
You know, I would have expected Puppy to, if he does that, to first be aggressive and stop French Pro Scouting. But I guess if you want to match their timing and you're not confident that if French actually gets that boost in of the food to actually stop them from taking your deer, yeah, I can see that going immediately for the Pro Scouts. And there it is.
Yep. Coming in on both sides. Initial scout in the queue from Magic.
Well, here's the thing. Puppy now needs a stable. It's to push out extra scouts. Magic will be faster in that regard. But after that, HRE will overtake him in the speed because of the inspired economy.
Mm-hmm. And look at that coming down right now. We got a barracks looking to defend some of those deer packs. Magic circling around Puppy's base here, just getting an eye on, you know, what Puppy might be thinking and doing currently in this matchup here.
We've got 5 scouts, so no knight, no nothing, absolutely no aggression out of the French. He's just looking to immediately secure the deer.
And he's looking to hide those too. The scouts jumping right into the TC, and with 3 of them, they are about to go out on the map. Pro Scouts just a couple of seconds away from coming in for Magic. Not too far behind for PuppyPaw, as that stable is under construction and will complete at any time.
And the nice thing for HRE here is, right, you want to go spear and horseman anyway if you want to contest French in the feudal age. So the stable barrack setup is very much in your favor.
Yeah, it just leads into a natural play for the HRE as they transition out of the initial Pro Scout scramble for the deer.
I'll be looking for some shenanigans there and actually stealing a deer away. And Magic is only just going to realize that now. First knight is in the queue, but it's not on the field just yet.
Yeah, just gets to watch as that deer gets yoinked away. A couple of spears now from Puppy coming across the map, looking to get down on those deer packs, make it really difficult for Magic to take those uncontested. I know Magic's been taking from the southern deer pack, that southwest one. Those spears are about to get in position and drive the scouts back.
This is the nice timing I talked about, though. Magic already has archers on the field, while Puppy is only just walking up, and the first horseman is still in queue, stuck behind a scout. So, yeah, he's just a little bit slower, so Magic can take a good bit of the deer away before Puppy gets on the map.
And as we just saw right there, there's a pretty safe deer pack that PuppyPaw can move to. He's able to try to sneak out one from Magic's side, but for now, he'll settle for the close and safe deer while he masses up those horsemen, those spears. Try to do anything to prevent Magic from taking a deer from the rest of the map.
So Puppy, I think, gave up for the moment on securing his opponent's deer camp, just taking his own, which is already a win for him, right? Pro Scouts wants you to take all the deer camps, and if you just lose one, it already is a lot of diminished value. Magic actually laming the deer with his knight. Beautiful, but oh, the knight just walks straight through the spears. That's a lot of damage taken.
Tricky situation. Knight's able to escape, but loses half of its health. He's going to have to get back. You can see Magic's scouts taking the deer close to his own base at this point. Those horsemen hit the field now for PuppyPaw. Armies gathering
Even
near
the
those
wolf
deer
wants
packs.
a bite.
Yeah. Wolf's getting involved. Things are heating up.
So right now, Magic was very defensive with his army placement, securing his own deer camp up top right there. And that leaves Puppy wide open to take the second deer camp down here. This is great for Puppy. And if you look at his resources, there is something brewing. Magic only has 3 knights on the field right now. And if Puppy secures double deer camps and gets the castle age running, he does have forward gold though, so that is very dangerous to him.
It is, but he is so close to that castle age. And we see more scouts come in. He's just about there, basically clearing out that southwest camp. Magic coming around on the west side there with his knights, seeing if there's anything left his scouts can take. And we've got the Regnants on the way for PuppyPaw.
Yeah, Regnant's timing. It is 9 minutes in. And we've got double deer camp secured for HRE. This is very, very nice for Puppy. And Magic, he will be committing to Feudal Age. He already is pushing out his own spears. I don't think Puppy has scouted that out just yet. So there is a preparation for potential HRE knights. They will not be Minework knights, but still, Castle Age knights potentially going in soon.
Yeah, still dangerous. Still dangerous. Even not being Royal or Minework. See Magic coming in, looking to secure another deer carcass, prevent Puppy from stealing that.
I mean, if you just look at the investment that Puppy did into Feudal Age, it is almost nothing. He made 8 spears and 2 horsemen, and it worked.
Yep. Able to secure, yeah, basically 1.5 deer packs. Enough to get that boost up to castle. Regnant's coming in another 15 seconds here.
Also like the movement that Puppy has on the map there. He's out and about, making it so Magic is chasing around, trying to defend the pro scouting while he's gathering extra gold. He had a little bit of a slower H-up, only building it with 7 there. And now the upgrades are coming in for Puppy. Magic immediately going for the gold, but the damage is done. The upgrades are coming through.
Indeed, yeah. Magic hearing that age-up notification, looking to attack, but not going to get much damage in here. We did see a villager from Puppy make the long trek across the map.
What is that guy doing?
I'm very curious. I would love to know what the plan is.
Okay,
there.
that did not seem intentional. I guess maybe you put a tower on the boar and upgrade that, and then if Magic moves out, that would be an unpleasant surprise. But no, I think that was just a misclick.
And now he's making the long trek home. Magic's going to scout out that Vil. More pressure coming in on the gold mine here. Archer's trying to pick off a couple of spears. Not a lot of damage. And Magic looking to retreat from this position.
So the gold is idle. That is really nice. But Puppy already has 4 knights in queue. He has enough for that. Also has a whole lot of resources, so he could be marketing for more. Thing is he able to connect on any relics with his prelates? He has 2 of them out. One of them is probably still in the Aachen.
It's going to be tricky with the French army at your doorstep, as we do see a couple of Vils getting picked off. Back to the idle time, but now Puppy is looking for the engagement on the north side of his base, chasing Magic away.
The villager has not made it home, and the prelate has also been picked off. 1 HP horseman just casually taking out that scout there. And Puppy is now on the map. He's trying to find some damage with his knights. Magic knows where they are. So I'm not expecting this to succeed, but it also forces Magic's army back and gives Puppy a chance to, secure a relic.
Yeah. Able to open up that space, get the movement out onto the map. You can just see right there, Magic looking to take the berries. The west side of the base, going to be scouted out by Puppy. He's going to know that's the timing that Magic is going to be at those berries. Pretty unsecured where they are right now, and that horseman is going to come in.
It's a lot of villagers, though. That horseman is not in for a happy time.
Shanked.
Yeah, that's the first relic moving down over. Nice connection here by Magic, though. If he just walks his archers straight into the HRE spears, it's still a lot of damage. Yeah, Puppy's just not choosing to take this fight, just moving back away. It is 11 feudal knights for the French, which is still a scary number. If these spears fall, then he still has the upper hand. And yeah, Magic does not want to lose those knights. There's the Guild Hall, actually, on this map. Interesting. With a number of 11 knights. I would expect it to see Royal Bloodlines, but then again, HRE also has a window after that to punish you if you try to go for the Bloodlines, which are very expensive.
Yeah, could be looking for, you know, some sort of safer eco play here.
Yeah, this is long-term staying power, and it also maybe tides you over on that farm transition that HRE has such an easier time with.
A little engagement there. Magic able to pick off some spears as he gets into the castle age at the moment. But a knight from PuppyPaw coming around to harass those villagers on the berries. And there's not enough room between those two towers to keep everybody safe.
Knight knows he's safe here right about now because all of Magic's knights are off to the right side. And he's going to be able to take another villager down. No? Is that guy making it out? I don't think he will.
He's taking a lot of damage from that TC, and we do see a prelate scoop up another relic here.
Yeah, Puppy's already on, I think, 3 relics at this point in time, if that one makes it home. Oh no, never mind, there's still 3 on the map, so this is the second relic on the way.
And another knight into the berries of Magic, forcing a complete idle there. Able to pick off a villager, but the other vills in the tower aren't doing anything.
Magic has a decent amount of food saved up, so he's not in immediate trouble there. But you can see it. There's knights on both sides now. And where's Magic's army? He's actually very far forward there. So he's not protecting these at all. Knights getting in, no reaction.
And a couple more dead villagers. Oh,
So
the
painful.
rest can't get to the tower, and oh my goodness, the ungarrison. Oh no. It's an absolute massacre by the berries.
That is 11 dead vills. That is so much damage. And on the other side, Puppy also trying to find the woodworkers. Knights just going in straight up. No range defense. These are just walking straight under TC against the French Knights. This fight is not something they want to do, though.
Nope. Coming around looking for any other vills on the resources on the wood line there, but the Knights are going to force the HRE Knights home. Spears coming up, though, to engage.
Puppy's forcing so much idle time. Magic's eco is in shambles right now, and behind that, Puppy is securing relic after relic.
Yeah, the HRE eco will continue to snowball here. Prelate's continuing to walk out onto the map. Going to easily be able to secure that relic. PuppyPaw coming over here for some berries of his own and some gold off to the side there.
I'm very worried for Magic right now because we are 16 minutes in. The pro scouts of only the 2 deer camp will soon run out, and then it is no more food for him. Of course, 1 more is relatively decent. Come on, please.
Oh
get a charge.
my goodness.
Get a charge.
Oh
And
my
that is
goodness. So we've
Where
seen
was the
2
charge?
successful Woololos today, but that was, what, 10 nights, 12 nights?
That was all of them. But, never mind, there's a second. But yeah, there's no coming back from this.
No.
Oh god.
Magic's going to make one last stand outside of his base. Those traitorous royal knights falling to the Holy Roman Empire, fighting against their own countrymen, forcing Magic back and back.
Look at Magic's face right now. He's he cannot believe that happened. I cannot believe that happened.
Wasn't expecting a wild Woololo like that right out of the gate. Those knights just a second too late to prevent that monk from converting them. And that seals his fate immediately.
Yeah, I mean, Puppy was slowly climbing up on that advantage. I mean, I'll say slowly. There were 11 dead villagers. But Magic had a game plan set out for himself to, you know, secure the late game with the guild hall. I was very interested to see if that would have worked.
But we won't be seeing that. Yeah.
I'm also very happy to see a Woololo go through.
Yeah, absolutely. And another big moment of that game, those berry villagers for Magic that were exposed, couldn't get to safety in time. The army just wasn't there to defend, so that even if those vills could get inside of those towers, you know, the knight could run away, vills come out, back and forth, a lot of idle time there.
Yeah, Magic was very focused on the relics, which he did a good job of defending against. Like, Puppy only had the one he had safe in his base and the other one at the top that he sneaked away. The other 3 were safe because the army was there, but 11 dead vills.
Yep, that's rough. That is rough. And we'll take a look at the graphs here. Let's see. Military value lead for Magic.
Look. I don't think if you look at the steep incline at just the end, I don't think that is an actual fight. I think that is just losing a bunch of knights to a Warlord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can also see that dip right there, right after they hit Castle Age. Magic losing those vills, starting to dip closer to HRE's villager count. But PuppyPaw just all over the map, just everywhere.
Yeah, it was really nice to see the knight movement on both sides. Just constantly trying to keep the defenders moving and not give them an opportunity. And like, if you're an H behind, you need more knights to defend against the castle knights. So you cannot just split your army and be on both places at once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could see Magic not being able to really deal too much damage as soon as Castle came in for Puppy. Able to idle that gold a little bit, but Puppy had enough banked for those Castle Age upgrades to already jump in the queue. And it took a little bit before he was able to get any dead villagers out of that. But it does look like we do have a game 2 set up and just about ready to go.
We're going to Prairie. What do you think?
You know, I've seen some fun stuff with Mongols on Prairie. I don't know if we'll get that trade going. Silver Tree trade on Prairie for the Mongols. Used to see that all the time.
That was a blast from the past.
Mm-hmm.
I unfortunately don't think we'll see any trade
Yeah.
or the attempt to it. I'm very interested to see how Magic is going to play Mali on this map, because the playstyle of Mali changed in recent times. So instead of actually just, you bank your gold and then you go for the upgrades and then you go into the cow boom, they tend to get cows early, and then you basically are up 2 villagers as you age up to feudal. Instead of having your wheelbarrow, which you don't need that early.
Right. You've got your pit mines. You've got those cows right underneath your TC. You're not running all over the place.
Yeah, the real interesting question to me is Puppy going to be aggressing in Dark Age? Is he going to try and tower rush that pit mine? I think you kind of have to, but there's also like a somewhat easy solution that most Malian players have adapted right now. You just put a tower on your gold.
Mm-hmm.
You sacrifice a house, you put a tower there instead. It works.
We'll see what it shakes out to be. I know during the qualifiers we did have a Mongol versus Malian matchup on Prairie, and yeah, that's what the opening was. A lot of harassment, tower drop on the Malian gold.
I miss the times when you went for your own barracks in Donzo and we had a bunch of fun spear fights all over the map.
Big old skirmishes throughout the Dark Age, yeah. Yeah, not sure we're going to be seeing that today.
I mean,
fun.
It still works.
It's a possibility,
It is
yeah.
one of the solutions. Guys, we are not going to Pigeon View. Folks, what is going on here? This is Prairie. And we do see the barracks there at the corner on the Uvu already going up. So we know what's coming. It's going to be interesting. I do like the cinematic round.
Yeah, great scene right there. Spin around. It's crazy. You can see like the Khan moving in the background. But we'll load into the map
now we
shortly.
can't see anything. I'm sure they'll fix it eventually. Meanwhile, let's look at those player faces. No!
Oh! We're not the players! So potentially a disconnect or a desync there. And it does look like we may have had a crash on the observer side.
OBS crashed on the observer.
We'll be getting back into that game shortly.
You know, the funny part is whenever something goes wrong or doesn't immediately work, Cow just moves over and shoos you away.
He is the man.
Like,
he is the guy.
Go away. I'm doing this.
Yeah. He's basically set all this up. All the scripts, all the buttons, everything on the production side. He's jumped right back into the chair, looking to pick this game up from where we crashed, right at the 20-second mark.
So I think I saw 6 houses on that pit mine, but as I said, the timing is not there for the Mongols because the barracks is just finishing at that moment. Then you start double producing, then you still have to cross the entire map. That is enough time to put up that tower for the Malians.
I'm impressed you saw anything from that spinning camera from the foggy point of view. It's great. It's cinematic. I wasn't able to identify much of what was going on.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure when they changed it. Prairie also used to have closer spawns, so that was more fun for Mongols and everyone watching. But yeah.
Little updates over time, changing how these maps play out.
Guys, we'll be back momentarily. I can see the observer loading into the game.
Just peeking over the shoulders. All right. Just about to jump right back into game 2 here of the series between PuppyPaw and Magic. Series is currently 1-0 in favor of Puppy. We'll be bouncing right back into Prairie Mongols versus Malians. Coming up right now.
And we see Puppy opening on the board.
Interesting. All right, so that is not...
Oh, what the hell? Magic, are you okay? Look at the amount of houses. Okay, this is unexpected. This is certainly not... Sheesh, and there's the issue
The spear's coming in really fast, and the deer stone's coming up, and we are back to regular speed.
Oh, this is the poor greed mode by Magic. That is 4, 8, 10 houses on the big gold. And Puppy's like, oh, cool. That's a lot of resources that I can take.
I'll take all that bounty. We do see that first house on fire. Some of those spears have moved over to the second at this point.
Yeah.
Archery range on the way for Magic.
You'll be able to burn 3 houses here, pretty sure. Well, maybe even 4. Yeah, I think that might be 4 because the archery range still has to finish, and you can just sacrifice a spear for an extra. That is a
28 sheep
Sheesh.
under the Mongolian TC. And not 24 for Magic. Just eyeballing it.
Yeah. We've got 28 for
So we got
Puppy.
17. 14 at this point.
I'll say you're happy with having 14 sheep on a regular map, but unfortunately this is Prairie.
The extra sheep map.
Okay, one house is just completely gone. I think the second one will also... 30 health. Villagers not being pulled just yet. Archers are out. You cannot move too far out though, because you know, otherwise the spears will just do this.
Yeah, there are a lot of numbers there. That's 6 spears versus 1 archer. Some reinforcements come in, and that Vill is pulled to get the repair on that house right before it burns down. Spearmen getting taken out. Those 2 archers not able to do too much more at this point.
We do have Magic not going for any early cows because, you know, he went for all of those extra houses. And there is a stable here. We have the Warrior Scout upgrade coming in. And are we going to see Pro Scouts? He has a lot of gold banked, and there is a no. I don't expect it to, and he's going immediately into the sofas.
All right, switching up to sofas. Did see a Warrior Scout come around. We're going to get some harassment on the Mongols, but a spear is there to meet him.
Puppy being very aggressive here with his spearmen. Because he can just run away. He has the signal arrow, and the spears are just as fast as the archers. So he's not in any danger there. And if you look at his resources, what is Puppy going to do? We have 1 Kashik out already. There's the stable moving on top of the... Ooh, he has enough for a double production. It's a lot of wood and food he's taking, though.
Yeah, pretty interesting to think where he's going to go with that. See a market coming out. Look at that. We got that trade.
I stand corrected. We have Prairie trade. It is good on Prairie. It is just, you know, Magic is going into Sofa. This is a hard defense for Mongols.
That is a long route up there. The sofas are hitting the map at this point. We got 2, 1 more in the queue here. Houses rebuilt, repaired around that pit mine.
Second stable also coming in for Magic. Oh no, that's a barrack. Bah. Right, so we've got the triple comp for Magic. We've got Puppy already with the spears and the stable. First sofa is revealed, but these villagers are not done just yet building that tower.
And PuppyPaw doing a good job to lead that Sofa on a wild goose chase. Let the other villagers be able to try to complete that. Will lose a villager. Spearman gets a hit, but the tower goes up.
Yeah. We've got the counter raid on the woodline of Magic, but he reacts in time, doesn't take any damage here, just a little bit of idle time, and the Donzos are already on the way to deal with that. I do think that Magic scouted out the market, honestly, with the Sofa waiting up there.
Yep. He's getting prepared. And we did see a couple of Keshiks from PuppyPaw just outside of Magic space, looking for some later pressure. Looking for a time to run in. You do see one getting forced back by a Sofa. Here come the two reinforcements about to make connection. Magic will get out of there.
I expected those charges to hit. We've got a bunch of archers and double Sofa to fight this, equalizing the playing field here. And usually you're very happy with Keshik against archers because you also heal, so they do even less than they would against a regular knight. But yeah, Sofas are decent enough as a front line.
We do see another stable coming up, so further investment potentially into the Keshik. The market has moved over to the corner. Got two traders out now, another in the queue, and the Silk Road is being established.
I do wonder if that Sofa is still up there waiting, but for now, let's see if Puppy can make something work here. As we see, Magic is also booming behind this, going into the cows.
He's got 4 in the ranches. Khan coming around the bottom there, just seeing what's going on, seeing the current status of the cow boom. Couple of Keshik, though, looking to target the woodline, but the Donso are in position.
This is a nice touch, though. Look at that red dot on the right side of Magic's base. Okay, it's just a Khan. Never mind.
Not going to be doing much there.
Oh,
Keshik have found the Sofa, going to chase them away.
the Sofa was still waiting. And Puppy actually anticipating that Magic has an army set up there in front of the market. That was a really nice move. Spears are back here and are being chased by the archers. You know, as long as the archers are just keeping the spears busy, that's super fine to Magic. He's happy with this. But Puppy's doing a good job keeping him in the base.
And Donso come up to engage with the charging Keshik. That one gets out of there with just a sliver of health. Nope, I spoke too soon. It is taken out. But more raiding units come into the side of the pit mine here. Gonna force those Vills and other units back.
Magic is defending this really nicely. He doesn't take actual engagement, and he's just moving away in time. It's a lot of idle time right now, but he doesn't lose the defending units is the most important thing. As I say that, I curse him, and he loses an archer immediately.
That is the caster's curse, isn't it? We got a little engagement to the north that... Ooh,
Sofa
I thought
takes
that was
Keshik.
a toss-up. I couldn't have told you which way that was going to go.
Magic could have told you. He actually made a video about that, and, well, the Keshik did not get a very good reputation on that one.
Okay, good to know. So able to take that Keshik, but needs to get out of there before the other two reinforcements hit. Traders are on the way as PuppyPaw tries to circle around the back of the base of Magic here, looking for some damage, but the Donzo are in place.
Yeah, we're looking at 11 cows at this point, so Magic is very, very boomed. And Puppy, he really has to make this trade work, because so far he hasn't found a whole lot of damage. He does have the 12 Keshik, though, but it's a scary army that he can have very mobile and move in on all sides on Magic space.
Yep, Prairie, a map where you're very exposed, going against mobile units. Very hard to get a good, complete defense of your base. Another Sofa goes down. That signal arrow goes off, but Puppy is not going to commit for running into the base with those Keshik. Just enough to harass, get some more idle time on those villagers.
I mean, Puppy sees this amount of villagers. Oh no, no reaction there. The archers are exposed, and I think these are all going to go down. Only one Sofa currently here. And there's another Keshik on the woodline. But yeah, there's the spear throws, and we also have a Sofa here defending. That guy's not going home.
Pressure on all sides of Magic's base right now. He is doing a good job of defending, not letting Puppy get too much damage here. You can see that Puppy has only been able to secure 1 villager kill so far.
Yeah. How are we looking at traders currently for our Mongol player?
We got 8 right now.
8.
Eight and a couple towers.
I'll say if he manages to escalate this to 10 and keep them around for a little bit, he will have a stable eco to contest the Malians. But it is very exposed. It is very scary. And right now, Magic is going into those Donzos so heavily, which will force Puppy to be at home. Yeah, there's the first archers coming out.
You see the Khan sneaking around the side of Magic's base here with a couple of Keshik. Looking to maybe hit the wood line, but the Donzo are there. Donzo also breaking away in their own little position. Gonna get caught out here. Won't be able to take the fight. Gonna lose some of the numbers.
It's a few dead defenders, unfortunately. This is the danger if you have an immobile army with infantry just fighting against the cavalry, because Keshik can kill spears. It's fine if you have a bad engagement and you're outnumbered.
Yeah, it is a numbers game when it comes down to that, and you can see Puppy just being everywhere on Magic's base. Harassment in all directions. Couple of Keshik from the north now.
It's
trying
beautiful
to
to see. Speaking of beautiful to see, there is the Grand Fulani Corral coming in. We've got 18 Donzos defending. We've got 18 Keshik on the other side. So I don't think Puppy can dive this right now, but also I don't think Magic is entirely safe here if Puppy gets on top of the base now.
I do see some movement coming in on the west side. You can see those Keshik taking a look, gonna spot out the army and decide now's not the time to run in. Drawn away the Donzo though. We got a little engagement on the trade line as well. Looks like Asofa was able to take out one of those traders.
Yeah, first eco damage on Puppy Paw in this game. And I mean, that one guy, you'd think, yeah, that doesn't really matter, but Puppy really wants Silk Roads up. And that only happens, like, the first stage is 5, then it's 10. You definitely want those thresholds.
Yeah, especially, you know, as the Malian economy is starting to really kick in gear as the Fulani Corral finishes up. Puppy Paw is going to be looking for some situations where he can apply the pressure, and here they come. Keshik's into the gold mine.
Puppy's just going to go straight in. Is he going to dive the TC though and force this fight before the upgrades come in? But Magic's just not going to let him.
Now the reinforcements get in place. You can see the Donzo able to take out one of those Keshik, and the rest of the army needs to retreat.
Oh, I don't know
They're
about
just
this
stepping
now.
back.
I don't know about this fight. The numbers are somewhat equal, but it is 20 Keshik, and the upgrades are not in. We don't have imported armor, and we don't have veterancy. Just happened now, so Puppy wants to run probably. He's trying to thin out the numbers of the Donzo as much as he can. But with the upgrade, it's so far already here. These Keshik, they'll not be able to take the fight.
And they're turning around, trying to slow down the sofa. But Magic able to have a good amount of military left from that engagement, mopping up the rest of those archers.
Oh.
Puppy Paw now looking to drop the step redoubt.
23 villagers. He really wants Castle Edge, and he wants it now.
And we are going to have Sofa into the wood line of Puppy.
Yeah, the
Chased away by the Keshik.
The Keshik numbers are still there. They're still alive. 13 Keshik to defend. This is still going for Puppy. The issue is we've got 13 so far on the field, so the trade is extremely exposed. Magic, though, going for the base for now. Oh, and
Looking
nice
for
raid.
targets. Look at those vills on the north. And I think that's going to be... I think those villagers turned around at that point. But the trade is still exposed up there.
The trade's going to be reset because Puppy needs a moment to get his upgrade, to get his bearings, so he can contest all the Donzos that are now sitting on his trade line. But he's doing a great job raiding in the meantime.
Keeping that pressure up. Handful of Keshiks down there into the pastures. Just trying to take away Magic's attention.
Rough raid. There's not enough garrison space here, and there is not enough army to defend this right now. Imported armor is also about to hit with the range defense coming in. Ooh, this is real rough for Puppy.
And that pressure at that time, see the TC is full. Those villagers are going to have to get away from the step redoubt. No, they turn around. Couple more go down. Magic is up to 21 economy kills at this point.
Yeah, this is so much damage that Magic is doing. The only way that Puppy wins this right now is if Magic just throws away his entire army here. And the Donzo numbers, I mean, they're basically non-existent anymore. Very nice raid on the other side. Again, for Puppy. But yeah, Sofas are constantly being pumped out in droves and driving away those Keshik. The trade, I don't think we're up to more than 5 traders at this point.
Down to 2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the pressure on that trade line by Magic. Able to thin that out, and we do see more Sofa now on the way, knocking on the door of the Mongols base.
Look at the food income for Magic as well. This is all directly turned into army. This is not looking good for Puppy. He does have 5 crossbows now. If he can keep these alive, keep these stable, and do a fighting retreat here into the base, but yeah, Magic immediately recognizes the danger and gets on top of that.
And he's going to find some more villagers over here on the berries. A few more go down. Take a look at the difference in resources per minute between both of the players. Magic sitting in a very comfortable spot.
Yeah, the Malian economy is just so much better right now. The danger for Magic is... Never mind, there's no danger. There is absolutely no danger, and Magic takes a game. It is 1-1.
We have tied it up here. Our underdog going into the series, able to take a game off of PuppyPaw. We got a good one now. I'm pumped.
Oh, it's, that was a treat to watch. Yeah, Magic doing a great job here. I'm not sure. Do you have to go into the trade as Mongols? That surprised me. I can see it because it's on Prairie. It's really good, but it's so dangerous. And yeah, we just saw what happens when you lose control of that.
Yeah, it seemed like, you know, in the mid of the game, as the traders were being established, Puppy was there. He had pressure all around the Malians base, able to get a little containment in there. Was able to defend the trade line just through offense and harassment and aggression. But once Magic was able to get, that massive units hit Castle Age, get those upgrades in, able to start pushing back Puppy, and at that point, yeah, the entire trade line was exposed.
I mean, we have the Mongol trade, which is very strong on the full map, but if you look at the eco count, that dotted line up there with the cows, the difference in income is significant.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That is.
I mean, Step Without would have evened that out, but Step Without never took effect.
Nope. Came in a good 2 minutes before the game was over.
So, what do you think Puppy is gonna pull out of his head for us?
So I'm taking a look. I'm not sure if that grayed out leftmost map is going to be the map we're playing next. It looks like Dry Arabia, so they are picking the civs right now.
What do you think?
I'm taking a look at the maps that are left. Thinking you'd go into Zushi, just leverage the power that Zushi currently has.
Zushi is really... I mean, Zushi is decent on any map.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, where do you want to... If you're a Puppy, and you now know that you have to play at least 2 more maps, yeah, you go...
Keep it in your pocket, yeah.
Delhi against Ayyubids. This is a great matchup. I love this because this is somewhat even, and it is purely execution-based here.
This is going to be a great one. I can't wait.
Then again, I'm always surprised. Both series, we get Dry Arabia in the middle of it. I expect people to think, hey, I'm going to learn a special strat on this map with this civ. Arabia is just as basic as we go, and it's just pure execution for both players, so yeah.
Yep, they've played this map millions of times. Played with these civs millions of times. They know the matchup. They know how they've got their plan going into it. Got a reasonable idea of how it's going to shake out, what the other person is going to do. Like you said, it all comes down to execution.
I think both players are quite happy with this because none of them got outdrafted in that moment.
Coming in pretty evenly into map 3 here.
Yeah, and I mean, the game is wide open since Magic just tied up and proved he is a danger to be reckoned with, taking a game off PuppyPaw.
Great to see. Yeah, I know. been hoping for an upset in the, intro 4 series that we've got today. There's potential that this might be it.
Folks, while we have a quick moment before our game starts, remember, we are trying to get the S tier tag on our tournament here. We have everything except for the prize pool. 15,000 coming from World's Edge, but you can actually help get us there with donations and with buying merch of us, if you want, and if you can.
Yeah, you should be able to see the Match Arena link in the chat. All those donations are going into the prize pool. Like Ascalad was saying, we're looking to make this a certified S-tier event. Almost there, just need a little bit more money to meet the qualifications. It'd be nuts. It would go from A to S in the middle of the tournament.
I mean, I remember that moment when we hit a 10,000 prize pool for Garrison. I was like, yeah, okay, I need to sit down.
Mm-hmm.
I was wanting to sit down, and then Whammon put these ears on me. That was horrible, but...
Well, luckily for you, we don't have those ears here on site today. Or do we?
No.
You'll have to donate to find out.
I'm going to run.
You'll have to donate. Okay, so I can see that we are loading into the map currently. We should have that on the screen for you very shortly. Jumping into Game 3 here of the second series of the day. 1puppypaw and Magic series all tied up at 1. Dry Arabia, Delhi, Ayyubids.
Guys, we're not going to pigeon views. This is Dry Arabia. I don't know why we keep going to pigeon view. Eventually we'll fix it, but enjoy the beautiful view of Arabia.
I've been Soccerton for the last 3 games.
We can swap it up. I can be soccer.
I'll be you. All right.
How good is your German accent?
Putting me on the spot. All right. No way. No way I can do that. Nope. Let me rehearse that a bit. I'll come back to you tomorrow with that.
Folks, here we are. We've got, this is actually, I think we've got the colors turned around. This, yeah. I don't think Delhi has a House of Wisdom, so this should be our Ayyubid player, Magic, in the bottom spawn in the red. And on the top side, we've got Puppy as the Delhi already with the mosque set up.
Looking over the map right now, trying to locate where those sacred sites are. Small from where I'm sitting. Got that one over on the east, one in the center, one on the northwest side there. Big old golden stone around it as well.
Yeah, we've got Puppy with the backwood lines and Magic with the forward ones, but in this matchup particularly, it should not matter too much. There won't be Dark Age aggression. We'll just have a good old feudal brawl, and then maybe someone will run away to Castle Age, as we see Magic splitting his villagers here on the berries, expecting an Eco Wing eventually. Is this going to be in feudal, or is it going to be castle though?
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for the movement of those villagers. It should give the game away if they switch over to sheep once he has enough food to age up.
I mean, he's indicating that he wants to save those. Yeah, there's the growth wing.
It is growth. Yep.
Growth wing is like a nice baseline for everything you want to do. It's just extra vills. And Cow is indicating something.
It's pointing at the screen.
Oh, yeah, guys, we have a new feature that our bovine cooked up for us. These are supposed to be sheep. I know they kind of look like a stone outcropping, but these are sheep that you can see on the map.
Look at that, sheep indicators.
I mean, I love this, but at the same time, these kind of look like stone outcroppings.
Yeah, from the distance we're at, the TV is a good, like, I don't know, 10 feet in front of us.
Maybe it's just because we're
way
old.
back. I'm straining them over the table.
Trying
to look at the mini-map.
We've got the Dome of Faith for Delhi to nobody's surprise. Winning through towers is not been a thing for a while, just because the Dome cheaper scholars just enable you to snowball so well with the extra scholars, with the extra research speed. And if you get to Castle Age as the Delhi with a decent number of scholars, you're almost unstoppable. Oh, that is a decent sheep haul for Puppy.
Look at that, 15 secured sheep. Magic a little dry on his side with the Ayyubids.
Dome of Faith put up in the back. And, oh yeah, Magic should probably pull eventually bring these home before the scout goes some unfortunate ways.
Get him out of trouble, get him back to safety.
I mean, we're watching two berry folks here. They're both not too bothered to immediately do that.
They're just waiting for that growth to kick in. Add a few more berries to that bush.
So the real interesting thing to me here, and I'm interested to see what you think is, are we going to see a full-on feudal brawl, or are both players aiming to go for that castle timing?
I can't say just yet. You see that stable coming up, looking for some initial harassment potentially on the deli. On PuppyPaw's side of things, he's just adding the scholars.
Guys, don't worry about it. It is perfectly natural, but the deli research is on the left side. This is still an overlay in progress. We're working on it. So yeah, just so nobody is confused that we see Ayyubid Pro Scouts. No, it is not a thing.
Get some weird text that I don't recognize from the Ayyubids over there.
Yeah, and there we see the stable opening from Puppy. So we're going to see some Ghazi. And eventually, of course, we're going to see the Pro Scouts finish up. And if there's a deer left on the map, then Delhi is just happy to gobble them up. In the meantime, Magic is opening with a horseman actually to maybe do some damage. Put a little bit of pressure on, but we see the Raider following up.
Yeah, horseman not going to be able to do much right yet.
Oh, he's hunting for the scout, but he doesn't find it.
PuppyPaw able to sneak that one away before that wall is complete. And a little parting shot right there with a torch on the gate as the scout is going to move over to the deer on the Ayyubid side.
Okay, Puppy's, unfortunately for Magic, he sees the scout passing by and he's going to go directly on that. And meanwhile, keeping that wall open in the back. But at the same time, you could say Magic is also happy with this because you can now finish the wall and not be too bothered.
And here comes the villager. Scout going to be pushed back by those horsemen. Another scout potentially going to be taken down here. Magic about to lose one in the backfield to those Ghazi.
It is about 45 seconds until we get Delhi's ability to take the sacred sites in. And so far, Puppy has 10 units, but that is a misleading counter actually, because there is 5 scholars in that as well. Of course, eventually, once you've finished all of your research, you can pop them out and support the army. Oh, there's actually nobody defending here, and Magic is not reacting just yet. Gets 2 solid hits on the villager, but unfortunately does not manage to follow that up.
Yeah, the other horsemen come over, push the aggression away. Now we got an engagement in the middle of the map. Desert Raider out there, taking some hits from the Ghazi. Not long for this world. He goes down.
And the Scholars has been pulled out, so yeah, Magic cannot take this fight. He needs to run away.
Those Ghazi are going to be healed up, and there's a chance Magic's going to lose another horseman here. Puppy is over there just continuing that harassment on Magic's base.
Yeah, oh my god. All 3 scholars being pulled out immediately walk to a different sacred site. So this might be a really rough one on Magic. He has 8 horsemen, so potentially if he can get on that, Puppy doesn't have the Ghazi right on top. He can snipe the scholars. But he cannot take a direct fight.
The capture has begun. Horsemen coming around. Magic knows he can't take that as is. Gonna need another fight to another site to harass.
Every little connection that Puppy gets here, he's just super happy with because he can just pull back and heal up. And the Raider is also slower than these Ghazi as being a horseman variant. So that guy not making it home. Oh, I don't know about those archers.
Yeah, a little precarious position for those archers. All of those units at that point. That's a good amount of Ghazi.
Yeah, but going under the TC is still too much. Sacred sites, though, have been taken. 1 scholar does not make it, so it is 2 in favor of PuppyPaw.
You can see the reinforcements looking around PuppyPaw. Those spears running through the woods there, looking for an opportunity, but Magic is taking the time right now to wall off his base. Keep it as safe as possible as the Ghazi count continues to climb.
Yeah, Puppy just wants to be able to act on the map and not have to worry too much. Nice raid here. Unfortunately, Puppy saw it coming. There's already spears here. And he just turns around with the villagers and fights. He's gonna lose one. I think he lost one, but that is quite costly because 3 horsemen have been going down here.
And those horsemen don't get out of there. They turn around, and Ghazis are now looking to take out those Goldvilles from Magic.
Good reaction there. But Puppy can take this fight, actually. There's a few raiders here. The raiders do a lot of damage, but so do the Ghazis. Never mind, Puppy just snipes the 1 horseman and leaves.
And so that final sacred site has been captured. The timer has been set. You can see Magic out on the field. A bunch of just pockets of units roving around, looking to target reinforcements, looking to target whatever they can.
As far as army size goes, you wouldn't think that Puppy is in such an advantage. He seems to be taking so many favorable engagements all the time, but I don't think he can fight Magic directly at the moment.
Magic does have that big beefy army right now. Puppy 33 is comprised of 9 scholars.
Problem is these 3 sacred sites ticking away. That's a lot of free gold that Puppy is already vacuuming up. Once again, another horseman goes down, and great raid. This time he actually finds the Goldville. And potentially the second one too. Are we committing?
Diving in for the second, but not going to be able to get that. One of those sacred sites is going to be decapped. Puppy down to 2 sites. Looking for a retreat on those Ghazi as Magic starts massing his military outside of Puppy's base.
And in the back there, you can see the pro scouts in effect. This is a huge advantage for Delhi that they can just take that for free and then take the food safely after that. We see big engagement now. Who's going to come on top of this deal?
It was tough. A lot of spears still standing for Puppy here, but Magic able to wipe a majority of that. Yeah, flank coming over. But those spears are on archers. Those horsemen are on other horsemen. But more Ghazis from the back, and that's going to clean this up.
This is a great engagement for Puppy. He's essentially just going to reset Magic's army count to almost 0. Meanwhile, he still has quite the advantage. Still has 9 Ghazis rolling. And he already has 12 scholars, so he can just pop out the scholars and move out. As long as there are not enough archers to one-shot, you're fine and happy fighting with the scholars.
And Magic's sitting with only 7 archers at the moment. Still circling around with those horsemen, just looking for anything he can pick up from Puppy. Not going to find much right now. He's going to retreat back to his base. Figure out the next step here as 1 sacred site is now being decapped.
Be immediately moving to the left side there to deal with that. The thing is, Puppy doesn't need to go out on any outside resources right now because he has the pro scouts running and he's super safe. He can just move his army with a band and Magic cannot dive the base with his numbers.
Absolutely can't, and you take a look at the army value lead, that giant swing, that great engagement that Puppy just had against Magic, completely turning around what the military looks like for both of the players. And now Magic really on the back foot here, needs to find some sort of advantage before Puppy can snowball out of control and take the game.
I mean, he's still respecting the Ayyubid here. He's still respecting Magic's ability to hurt him. There's no attempt yet to flee up to Castle Age. And nice. I like the double tower here on the berries outside. Oh, and also secures the deer.
Good little spot there for those villagers.
Oh, but Pro Scout is attempting to steal those away. You really need to focus the fire here.
And that's not going to happen. Those scouts are going to go down. But meanwhile, we have an engagement outside of Puppy Paw's base. Magic caught a little far forward as that giant deli ball is rolling. Those scholars are there looking to heal up the Ghazi, and Magic is forced to continue to retreat back to his own base.
This is a disaster. If you can't deal with the scholars, you cannot take the engagement at all. And even with the reinforcements here, the Ghazi are mostly still healed up. And the scholars behind it cannot be punished. There's just not enough archers. Archers here also taking out Magic ones. Oh, and there's the full set.
Everybody's here. It's a healing party. It's a scholar party. Bringing good health to the Delhi army as they make their way forward into Magic's base here. Magic on the back foot, trying to defend as best as he can before those scholars catch up. And now those vills on the woodline are exposed.
17 scholars about to dance under the Ayyubid town center, and it is not pretty. Villagers going down left and right. Yeah, this is puppypaw taking this game by storm.
This is very rough at this point. We just hit double-digit Vill kills. You take a look at the military, even with all those scholars, that it is just an overwhelming military for puppypaw. Rest of the sacreds have been captured, and that snowball is rolling.
Yeah, how does Magic get back here?
Oh boy, look at that army. That was a smaller graph the last time we looked at that.
The graph got a little bit bigger, but come on. That's could mean anything. That could mean anything.
It's statistics. Those are just made up anyway.
Oh wait, got time for this? Okay. Puppy actually deciding, I want to play this smart. I'm going to not go for the YOLO dive. I'm just going to deny and idle Magic's entire food economy. And yeah, with the scholars here, there's a few Ghazi going down because the scholars are super slow. Guys, what's going on? Can we move a little faster? Probations are sometimes weird.
Able to position them in the back again. Scholars, I was a little nervous for them, but nope, Puppy is in control here.
Yeah. You're fighting under double tower. They're not upgraded, but it's still 5 vills in each. It just does not matter. The healing is too much, and Puppy takes the game and goes up 2-1.
Yeah. It was looking good there at the beginning for Magic, but just that one bad engagement, unfortunately, just swings the balance over to Delhi.
Classic Delhi game. You take a bad fight, it's over.
Mm-hmm. They've got that momentum. They've got that snowball rolling, and there's not many opportunities for you to find an advantage to get back into that one.
Yeah, it's just that pro scout is so oppressive afterwards. If you're not a pro scout civ yourself, then all that food is still on the map, and Delhi's just going to take it, and then you can no longer attack them. It's over.
Yeah, no opportunities for raids as their economy continues to grow and grow. We'll take a look at this. Oh man, military value lead for a second was in Magic's favor, and
he had the right idea, and Puppy just executed it perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Magic going for that growth wing. You can see the spike of the villagers there, looking to get enough income to hopefully slow down the Delhi, do some damage early.
I mean, it's a really decent advantage to just have those 3 extra vills for the entire time there. But, Puppy is very raid happy today, so it seems.
Pressure all over the place in this game and the last game. It just seems like there's pings all across every angle of Magic's base. Saw in the last game, Magic did a great job to have defense in all the positions he needed to be at with those Donzo.
Yeah, he was also scaling the entire time. Ayyubid, they don't have the option to scale at that moment. You have the option to go to Castle Age quite comfortably if you so decide, but it is rough because if you leave Delhi alone, they'll take the sacreds and they also scale easily, and then they can just go to Castle themselves.
Yep, they get that engine going. It's very tricky to deal with.
What do we have left now? There is, I believe, front range still open, and we do have Pigeon's View.
That is correct. I'd love to see one on front range. That was a fun map to watch. For those who haven't seen it yet, there is, it's kind of like you got 2 bases across from each other on one edge of the map, and then as you go out, there's a mountain with a bunch of little gold pockets all here and there, and stealth forests up the hill as well.
So
Really
basically,
interesting one.
you start off in Denver, and then there's gold in the mountains.
Mm-hmm. Gold in them hills. It's the prospector's dream on Front Range.
The most fun aspect about this is that Averly put in these small golds. I think they only hold 1,400 gold, as opposed to the usual 4,000 or 8,000.
Yeah, so there's more pockets of gold, but they're not worth as much, and so you'll go through the stealth forest, the almost maze of the mountains, looking for that gold, but you can't stay too long. You can't rely on it for too long. You're on to the next one pretty quickly afterwards.
Did you watch a lot of EGC Masters Fall?
I actually wasn't able to catch too much of
Oh
it.
yeah, I heard you were very, very busy, as was I, unfortunately. So I only caught a very few games on Front Range. This is going to be very interesting if they pick the map. Pigeon Zoo, though, I would have more of an idea of how they're going to play it. I'm very interested to see what these guys choose. But right now we're on a quick break because the players are taking a break.
Yeah, it's been 3 intense games so far. We got potentially 2 more to go, although Puppy is at match point at the moment. Looks like they're just about ready to regroup. I can see them heading back towards the stage right now. They're about to be taking their seats, and we'll continue on with this series.
I mean, I'm already super happy. We've got one upset game in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can see them setting up just now. And Cow casually insulting them as they walk past.
All right, so on our way to Game 4, we should know what the map is momentarily. We'll get those Civ picks to you as well. Puppy and Magic settling in here. Continuing on the second series that we've broadcast today. Those tuning in right now, current score is Puppy 2, Magic 1 in this best of 5.
It's a little bit chilly in here. I can see why we are getting the hoodie out.
Yeah, I've been wearing this very nice extra sheep hoodie all day, and I've remained comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a Heidelberg hoodie from the tournament, I would probably also be wearing it.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that goes back. All right, so players continuing to set up. We're hanging out here at the caster's desk.
Looking very zen there for Puppy. He's
Bring it in. Get ready for the next matchup. And it will be Pigeon's View. We got Japanese versus Byzantines.
Ooh. So that leaves Puppy once again as the early aggressor. I think that's a place he's very comfortable with from the games we've seen so far.
Yes, absolutely. Pressure all over the place so far in this series. And more pressure to come as Magic tries to get something going with the Byzantines.
I'll say just purely on paper, I would slightly favor the Japanese here. If Byzantine can get the ball rolling, then it's much more even. And I'm not sure how the stealth forest will affect this. So it leaves a lot of room for upsets and for nice caught out pockets of army. I'm very interested to see that. And
Yeah,
maybe
I mean,
this
the
time
Byzantines will have probably a vision advantage. You're talking about those stealth forests.
Yeah.
Able to see things coming.
hey, maybe this time around we'll have someone go for a contract. I'm still sad that Wham didn't go for the Sipai.
Okay. Well,
I can see why he didn't, but I'm still sad.
well, it'll be loading up in just a second. I do see the game coming in right now. You've got the players on screen, Puppy and Magic. You can see the change in the lighting on their face. I think they're loading in as well right now. And we are going to be bringing it to you live. Game 4 of this series. Puppy leads it 2-1.
Match point for PuppyPaw over Magic. And maybe Magic can take it away with the extremely strong Byzantine in the current meta. But Japan, a good choice. And look at that.
Early aggression.
Early
you saying
aggression.
something about that?
I don't know. It's like we've seen Japanese games before, and most of them, yeah, you just play Dark Age Barracks because it's really, really good.
Mm-hmm. And that first spearman running his way through the woods, right into the Byzantine base. And look at that.
Oh.
Very, very, very forward gold. Right in the path that Spearman gonna be caught out.
So there's two aspects here to this, right? He does have back berries, that's very nice. And he chooses to not go for them just yet, which would indicate to me that he wants to play Winery, as you usually don't do, because, you know, your berries will be denied. But if Puppy is focusing on the forward gold, he kind of has to choose, right? Which one will I take? Akritoy has been activated, so that spear will actually lose this fight against the villagers with the extra armor and the extra damage. So he's just going to walk around.
Mm-hmm. See what else is up. Oh, look at this.
Look at
some
the
guys
amount
on stone. That's a lot of
though.
stone. That is quite a bit.
Yeah, we've got Puppy committing to the spears now. It's already 3 up. I mean, he sees this spawn, right? He knows I want to deny the gold. I want to get on the stone. This is actually the best position for him to deny. There's the stone and the berries. He'd love to be there. And Magic got enough stone to build another cistern here, but not the 4th one. He boomed a little bit, I'll say.
Yeah, able to secure that stone, that gold needed before Puppy could overwhelm with those spears. See the 3rd one coming in right now. Gonna hang out with his buddies on the stone mine.
The interesting part to me is going to be, is there going to be a villager pulled? And yeah.
Yep.
Here he comes, and we're going to see a tower on those berries. That is why you usually see Byzantine against an aggressive civ like Japan go immediately on the berries so you can at least push out one set of nerves. Magic, though, he's just going to put the cistern all the way to the north and go on that secondary berry.
Yep. Gonna cover the berries up there. Although that aqueduct kind of making a large arrow for something's up here to Puppy. Hippodrome on the way now. Psych. It's going over here. Now we got Magic coming around with a scout, looking at PuppyPaw on the deer with those villagers right in the back of the base there. Tower almost complete. Gonna deny those berries and stone as well.
It's a beautiful spot for a tower. It's also a beautiful spot for that deer camp for Puppy. Even with the hippodrome here and Puppy knowing that there is the danger of horsemen coming soon, they're gonna need some time to cross. And then still, they'll be behind the Japanese base if they want to aggress on those villagers.
It's a long way to run, for sure. So that tower is complete. Spears have jumped in. They're going to start harassing. Imperial Hippodrome finishing up now. We got a Coca Township.
Hell yeah. Is this a me and
All
Micah
right.
game?
Very nice. We're adding some Shinobi to the mix.
Coca Township coming in. So, what can he do that he couldn't do before? With the Shinobi, you've got the disable ability on production buildings. That, of course, does quite a bit of damage to buildings as well. And Shinobi as a unit itself, they have very high damage. They're just very fragile.
Now Puppy coming out, dropping a house. Going to start taking those deer around Magic space here.
Usually what you see from the Shinobi is they force out a reaction. You kind of either have to go for keeping your units at home, or you have to go for a tower on your resources to be safe there. And meanwhile, Japanese usually just runs off to Castle Age.
We do see those first couple of horsemen on their way over. Looking for targets. Be a little while longer before they get over there. That villager in the back of Magic's base is content to just harvest that deer. Steal that away from him.
With the Coca only finishing up now, we have Magic putting up an archery range immediately. So far, no mercs, no olive oil at all has been taken. And, well, the horseman actually immediately makes it over here. There's no reaction. Puppy did not scout this going, and if he pops the tribute here, he's definitely getting one vil.
All right, and we shall see an injured villager on the way back home. The horseman in pursuit. And there it is.
-1. He does have to push the tribute eventually. Also trying to go for the gold in the same time. And he's actually going to find that too.
Where's this shinobi going? He's coming around to help protect some of these villagers. Sticking to the back of Puppy's base there.
Hanging up on that poor wolf. Why?
Horsemen continue to be produced by Magic. Does have a few archers on the field right now. Puppy with just 5 spears.
Look
and
at them
shinobi.
just keeping away from the shinobi. We're not touching that 20 damage baseline there.
Certainly pack a punch. Couple of them in there.
This is so strange from Magic. He still hasn't taken any oil. Unless our overlay is wrong. Can we check the yeah, he's on the berry. So the berry. So either he just went there, or
it's starting to tick up now.
Okay,
I
overlay
see
is working. So he only just got on. It is 7 minutes in as Byzantines. Usually you see them scrambling for their first set of mercenaries. Meanwhile, Magic just pumping the horsemen, pumping the archers, and Puppy, I don't think he's expected this opening.
A lot of pressure there. Puppy taking a scout, luring some of those horsemen back to Magic's base here. Scout's going to go down, and we'll see if those horsemen look to push that tower away, open up those berries for the taking.
There's 3 spears in there, so you have to pay a little bit of attention. Yeah, they immediately get popped out and take a few stabs.
Archers coming in for reinforcement. That villager who was on the deer is going to be scouted out. Spears have jumped out from safety. It's going to be a little micro battle here. See if those spears can take out any more horsemen before the tower goes down, or they get taken out with the archers.
Tower is gonna be gone here, and spears get down. What is Puppy doing in the meantime with his 7 horsemen? There's an attack ping at the top side on those berries. A little bit of an overlay, but did he find any damage? Eco kills. He got 1.
Wow.
And second tower coming in for Magic. Yeah, he does not want to be denied these berries. He just wants to be safe and happy and be able to go out on the map. And I don't think we'll see a barracks out of him just yet.
Not yet.
So yeah, Magic with the early extra cistern. And what water level are we going at? That is going to be water level 4 in a second. Yeah, Byzantine eco be booming as we see the horsemen come in from Japanese again. Tower finishes. And Puppy has to leave.
Just in time. That Puppy will be forced back. Those horsemen taking some damage on the way out. Those vills are safe for now. And you've got Magic here with a little raiding party of his own circling around, looking for those deer that are pretty exposed. There's only 1 spearman there.
Oh, that's a nice catch. Tribute Triumph has been activated. And that is 1. That is 2. Shinobi is here. He could also just take that out while the Triumph is running. Okay, that was a very short one.
Yeah, a couple Vill kills there. Loss of one of the horsemen. Feels like a success to me, but now we've got pressure on Magic's base. PuppyPaw coming in with some horsemen of his own. Looking to mix things up under the cistern. 3 poofing Shinobi as well. And now these berries are really going to be pressured.
Yeah, very good engagement there for Puppy. And meanwhile, all of the food eco for Magic is idle. The tower is burning. Do we have enough here to defend this? Magic feels pressure to go into the Limitane to deal with these horsemen. And that means Puppy cannot stay because the spears are out. Oh, gotta pay attention there at the front. And he manages to pull away before he loses anything.
Raids at both sides. Raids and counter raids. Both players keeping their eco alive. Just pressure here and there.
Yeah, Magic had a really good opening in this game. Puppy didn't find all that much damage. 2 villagers dead is of course nice, but Magic actually in the driver's seat, and with the 4 cistern levels already, the Byzantine eco is really just so much better. And there's no farms this time around. It's Coca. It is not the free farms that you just get going. So you have to worry about your food economy as the Japanese as well.
Yeah, not every day you see Koka Township on dry land.
Oh, and there's the first actual samurai coming out. So Byzantines famously not great at defending against armored units, as we see the shinobi getting caught out there and deleted. For those who don't know, these are the points of interest that give you vision. They basically act like an outpost. They don't shoot, but if you capture them, you get the full vision advantage.
Especially on a map like this where there's a lot of stealth force, those come in really handy with all the raids, the counter raids that are going on. Giving you that notification just a little bit in advance about troop movements on this map.
Well, that's a bunch of them, and they have been caught out, unfortunately. Magic had his scout right there. That's really painful for Puppy there. Losing
a lot of
all
shinobi.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Unmasked.
trying to go for that raid in the back there, but Magic is on the ball, has his Limitani in position to push them away.
It's been a lot of back and forth this game. No one's really struck a decisive blow to really force this thing open.
I don't think Puppy has revealed this samurai just yet. They're just coming in as we speak. And those are going to be painful because we only have 5 longbows currently, and that is pretty much the only way to really deal with them. Of course, you can pump a triumph if you have overwhelming numbers of horsemen, but yeah, 6 samurai at this point. Puppy is just going to try and exploit the weakness of the Byzantines.
Yeah, he's continuing the investment into that, into the horsemen, up to 15 now. No, Magic is still adding those Limitani. Got another batch of longbows in the queue.
It's a really rough matchup for Byzantines in that. What he wants to do is get to Castle Age, and then he's just fine. He has an economic advantage. It is just these dangerous samurai with the horsemen on top, because you cannot not have the Limitani, but they just won't be able to deal with the samurai. Oh, and this is a great engagement. Oh god, did he trap them?
Big raid, big surround.
Akutoi has been popped, so these villagers actually do a decent damage to the horsemen, taking out a few of them, but we are up to 6 villager kills now. Puppy drawing blood.
So coming in really handy there. Able to stem some of the bleeding. Magic, though, trying to get that tower down, trying to force his way through the front door. That's going to burn down. Samurai are here, mixing it up. Longbows running into melee range, looking for targets, looking for vills. Flank on the other side from the horsemen, looking to crash in onto the longbows.
As long as the longbows stay up, this is still a decent fight for Magic. He's slowly killing off the samurai, but oh god, samurai numbers are just too big. And there's the horseman flank. This is, if he loses these longbows, this is going to be a disaster for the Byzantines.
It is not looking good right now as they are fully surrounded, getting picked off. And that is just about it for that Byzantine push.
Yeah, completely cleaned up. We are going to be down to only 6 longbows. Yeah, and we still have 9 of these samurai up, and we have the bannerman in the queue. This is real rough. Puppy is fully committing to the feudal, but now he is the one with the advantage.
Yeah, he's got that unit advantage with the samurai, and now just thinning out, getting rid of those longbows. Has the numbers advantage. And potentially looking at the right timing to move into Magic's base.
Magic knows he's in trouble. Getting the tower upgrades there, and double tower on the other berry patch. But he sees the horsemen there in the stealth forest with the tower. Once again, they had to draw straws, and Kevin lost.
Poor guy. Magic moving out with a few units, looking to deal some damage here. Those villagers are safe. I saw that horseman coming from a mile away and were able to jump into the tower. Nothing doing over there. Infantry from Magic, looping around, looking.
This is real scary. This is Magic's entire army, and Puppy knows exactly where it is.
You can see Puppy in the trees there.
Puppy's just gonna say, go, go, go. I have a full melee setup. I just need to A-move into you, and you cannot stop me currently, because you cannot stop my armored units.
And Magic on the retreat. He knows what's up. He's got to get back to some semblance of safety here. Villagers in a little exposed position. They're going to run to the tower, but Puppy's not going to commit to the chase right now.
Tower's a good equalizer, but if you look at the resources right now, this is the moment where Puppy decides, I am going to Castle Age. I have 11 men-at-arms set up. I have 8 horsemen. If I can just get my castle upgrades, this game will be over.
And we will see that landmark start construction any second now. Resources in the bank.
Oh, look at these self-paid-for Japanese farms. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, those shinobi all the time on a map like this, especially. Magic still looking for damage. Got a couple of knights running around Puppy Paw's base, but Puppy Paw with a mobile defense there, going to keep them at bay.
Yeah. Magic has not been able to find too much damage. He tried to. That's why his whole army was at the front of Puppy's base. He did not expect that brutal samurai switch that completely demolished his army. And now he's going to see the floating gate as he runs by. And he knows he's in trouble. You've got to prepare for the storm.
And what do you do once that is revealed to you as a Byzantines player?
I mean, we're up to 10 longbows again. They will pack a decent punch while the samurai are not veterans yet. But here's the castle age. Honestly, you have to get to castle. You will not be able to survive this otherwise.
Castle age coming in. Magic a ways away from Castle himself. Looking to deal some damage on some units while he can.
I mean, he's out here. I don't think he really thinks that he can do damage. I don't think he can, honestly. He just wants to stop Puppy from going directly for his base, and yeah, that's not working.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of units going directly to his base. So Magic's dropping back, coming back home, getting his defenses set up here, getting his units ready for a big engagement. Still not enough food to click up the castle himself.
That's a nice raid there. So not all villagers will fit here. If you pop the Triumph, you can do some damage. The problem is, this will not matter if the army gets in the base of the Byzantines before Castle Age has been triggered. And now there's the Mounted Samurai as well, though. With the Triumph, this is going to be fine. This is not going to be fine.
No, this is a lot of trouble for Magic here as he starts to drop the Golden Horn Tower with Puppy pressing into the base, into the farmland under the TC.
Yeah, 15 samurais coming in, veterancy has been researched, and we're just going to see these guys walk all over this.
Not much.
Or maybe we won't.
We can do, yeah. I can close my eyes and kind of imagine how this scenario is going to play out.
I'm seeing the 26 second on the Golden Horn. I'm like, yeah, okay, in 26 seconds, is there going to be anything left that you can look at from that big tower?
Yeah, I don't think we have 26 seconds left in the game as is.
Oh, this would be a very unfortunate crash.
It would. I'm looking over to the observer's booth. They've got copy the game running. I think they're trying to get us back to the position we were in before we froze out here.
You know, I was doubting Cal when he set up that backup observer. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Maybe he has a point.
Anything can happen at these lands. We had a pretty wild desync last year, but enough about that. Let's watch final moments here. Magic, if he's able to fully defend.
Hey, you say final moments, but right now all we see is there's still 48 villagers alive. And there's only 6 men-at-arms and 7 mounted samurai.
So it seems like some cataphracts got onto the field at just the right time to prevent game over at that point. They're going to wipe out the stragglers that Puppy Paw has left in the base.
Hey, not a whole lot of eco damage has been done here. I'll say that Puppy did kill 19 villagers. That is a lot. But we saw that nice raid from Magic that Puppy probably thought, well, this is not gonna matter because I'm winning the game right now. And turns out, Magic is still somewhat alive. Let's see if he can push this back.
All right, another wave of mounted samurai coming into the Byzantine base. Let's see the Limitani looking to defend here. Question is, where are the rest of the units? All the villagers available jumping into the TC, but they're still more exposed on the farm.
No crossbow, only 2 cataphracts left. Limitani numbers are not there. I don't think this is it.
This does look rough. Do see a couple of cataphracts mixing it up in PuppyPaw's base. I think Magic needs some more defense at home.
Yeah, Puppy already has the double range defense, so these mounted samurai, they can basically run around this base with abandon. Magic knows it, and, well, Puppy takes this series 3-1.
Absolutely, there's the game. Magic doing a great job to take one game off of Puppy. I know they've been practice partners.
I really liked this opening here. Quite honestly, that was great.
Yeah, I think it just came down to one of those engagements, and Magic just losing a little bit too much.
It's kind of like the second game as well. He moved out on the map, and he got punished, and then you don't get back.
Yep. Getting punished at the wrong time. Can't remake those units that you need. Your eco is looking healthy, but it hasn't kicked into full gear at that point.
Very nice samurai switch as well. As we see both players get up. So we'll have Puppy over here in a second for the winner's interview. And I'll be leaving this desk and wish you good luck with our follow-up caster, Crackety.
Yeah, I'll be hanging out with Crackety, casting the next series. We got Marine Lord versus MSN next on the docket.
I'm hyped.
I am too.
I hope that MSN takes 2 games.
That would be amazing.
I don't think he will.
That would be amazing. I don't know about that,
but I don't rule it out. I don't rule it out that it takes 1.
There's always a possibility.
We've got a Puppy coming up, guys. Enjoy the Beal, enjoy Puppy, and see you in the next series.
All right, folks, while we wait for... Oh, it's actually setting up down there. I think we've changed spots for the player interviews. And I'm incorrect. So Puppy's on his way up here. Got a headset right there for you. All right, so congratulations taking the series against Magic. Good to see Magic playing again after all of his time in AOM, coming back into it. I know you've been practice partners with him. You pull out anything crazy on you today that you weren't expecting?
I wouldn't say so. I'd say we played according to how we practiced.
Okay, all right. Yeah, pretty amazing Woololo, that first game. Wild to get all those knights, seal the deal. But I want to talk about the second game, talk with the Askeladd about a bit. What are your thoughts on trade on Prairie? I saw you try to establish that as the Mongols. You had some good early pressure to keep them out of your trade lines. How are you feeling on trade?
I think I was kind of improvising a lot in the game because I saw the bull, and I think going for the bull in Dark Age is typically pretty good, but I had a lot of idle time, and the game just went very odd. Like, it wasn't really going to how I wanted it to go. I think typically if you're going to go trade on Prairie, you want to go Silver Tree as Mongols, but
yeah.
I don't know. I thought maybe I'd just go Deer Stones. Like, my gold was kind of far away from my TC, and I thought the movement speed would help a bit, and I could build the market anyway because my villagers near the bull were so close to the edge there. So I thought it could work out, but I think looking back on it, like, the Silver Tree would have been much, much better.
Yeah. Well, taking a look now at that Delhi game against Ayyubids, I mean, across the series, you've been so good at placing pressure on the opponent's base. And, when it comes to those big engagements, Delhi versus Ayyubids, and I think with Japanese and Byzantines, there are a couple key moments where, you know, it was that decisive middle of the map, got a couple of units on each side. How are you feeling about those fights and knowing the timing of when, oh, I can take this versus like, I'm going to back up here, get some more units?
Well, I like to play Delhi in like a very passive way where you just, yeah, you're being very aggro on the map, but typically I keep my Ghazi like on the map, harassing, trying to pick off villas, trying to keep him, you know, so he doesn't just have villagers anywhere on the map gathering food. Like, I want to keep him in his base, contained pretty much. And I think as far as Delhi, like, there's no rush, especially if they're playing so aggro, like, which they typically are, trying to stop the sites and all that. So Delhi's one of my best civs, I think, and
Yeah.
and I know how to execute it very well, and when to pull skulls out, and when to fight with them, and when to tech with them, and stuff like that. So
Yeah, we saw a great example of that
yeah,
earlier today. All right, well, I'm going to let you go.
Mhm.
Get Crackety in here, start up the next series. Congratulations on the win, and looking forward to the rest of your games across this tournament.
yeah, thank you.